Hey everyone, I'm Squeaky, and this is... Alright, so it's been a while since I've been able to put out a video. It's been a combination of me being busy and my internet not working too good. But I'm back now, so hopefully we can get out some good stuff. I have ideas for a few videos and stuff like that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into what we're going to be doing today. I'm actually going to be doing a how-to video, and it's not anything super complicated or anything like that. I'm actually just going to be showing you how to add color to an old drawing in Photoshop, or any similar drawing program, I guess. And so we're going to go ahead and get right into that. But before we do, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to hit that like button if you end up liking the video. And go check all my links down below in the description and stuff like that. So let's just go ahead and get started. Let's get right into the video. Okay, so what I'm going to be showing you is how to go from a drawing like this. This is actually an old drawing that I did in a sketchbook. And I scanned it in and everything, and using this technique, I guess, we went from this to something like this. And so if that's something that you think looks pretty cool, that's actually what you're going to be learning today. So I got another old dragon drawing that I got from my sketchbook here, and I thought that one looked pretty cool, and I also thought that one would be good for this method. And I already went ahead and scanned it in, but of course, you would scan it in, take a photo or something, and open it up in Photoshop like this here. Okay, so what we're going to be doing here, I'm actually going to be using some brushes by Kyle T. Webster. I'm going to leave a link down in the description below so that you can go check out his brushes. He makes awesome brushes and stuff like that. But we're pretty much just going to be doing or using two different brushes, and we're going to be using his animator pencil. And I like that for the outlines because I like to have a harsh outline before I throw down some of this watercolor. And then I'm going to be using a natural watercolor brush that he has out. And so let's just get started on this. So we have our drawing here, and you can see it's on its own layer. We're going to lock that layer so we don't mess anything up. And we're going to create a new layer. And we'll just label this one drawing. Cool. So what we're going to go ahead and do here is we're going to pick our pencil, and like I said, I'm going to be using the animator pencil. Okay, so we have our animator pencil selected. I'm going to use like dark charcoal-y color, as you can see here. And I like to work real zoomed in so that our line work looks, we can be sure we're getting the line work we got. And I like to click the pressure sensitivity button so that we can have some variation in line weights. And let's go ahead and make it a little bigger. Get something similar to what our lines in our original drawing are already. And so that'll work. Okay, cool. So we'll start. Let's start up here with these long lines. Yeah, just so we can see. Okay, so we'll start up here with this little like claw thing. And let's just, that's an ugly line. Let's go through and let's do some line work. Alright, so I'm almost done with the line work here. I was just going to do this part while I talk. And I was going to say, if you're just starting out with like digital drawing, this is good practice to work on your line work, because you're going over something that's already there. And take that, well, I figure take every opportunity you can to improve your craft, right? So we have all of our line work done. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna zoom out. Like I said, I was working zoomed in because I really like to be able to see all the small details. And if you're happy with what you have, not too bad. I kind of like it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and lock that layer, and we're going to create a new layer, and we'll name this one colors. Cool. So now I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna choose my watercolor brush, and like I said, I like this natural brush here. And we're gonna pick a color scheme for our dragon. My last one was green. I think this one would be cool as like a red. We might work in some like gold in there. He's pretty like regal looking dragon. And so just so you can see, this is what this watercolor brush looks like. And so it looks like I'm gonna go ahead and time lapse most of this, and or let me start. I'll start in non-time lapse. I'll show you how I go about it. And so I'm gonna pick a size brush that fits into a little bit of the smaller nooks and crannies. So if it can fit in here, about a 35 pixel brush, I think that'll work. I can get most of everything done. And if you have a little bit of bleed over, it looks pretty cool. It looks like a real, like real watercolor. So, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so now we have something of a base layer that I have thrown down here. And so we're going to start working on building up some colors. So we can start like, we'll start like in his neck area. And I do know that I want to keep it a reddish color. But this is going to be the part that we go with something golden. So let's actually try that out right now. We're going to throw down some yellow, and we'll do like each plate separately, and we'll add a little bit of color, and I'll add some yellow to it like this, and just so that we can see what we're going to be working with. We have to determine a light source. Our light source, I think, is going to be coming from up here, and he's got like this regal looking stance, so usually when something has that, you imagine like the light like shining like from above, and I guess normally it would be behind for something like that, right? But for this one, we're gonna have it come out from like up here. This will be our light source, and so we just got to keep in mind that we're gonna darken as we imagine shadows being. Okay, so I've added in the yellow where I think he's gonna have some accents, and now we're gonna throw in any other colors. So we're basically just doing bases right now, and I think one of the colors that'll be different is going to be the the flaps on his wings. And we know a good color that goes with red is going to be green. So let's go with a green color, and let's see how that looks for us. All right, so now we have all of our base colors laid in here. We have our green for the wings, our red for his body, yellow for the accents, and we got a little brown for his horn. We might add some of that to the tips of his little claws up here. But basically that's it. So we have all of our base colors, like I said. So what we're really going to start working on now is shadowing, and that's going to be the fun part. That's going to really be what makes it look alive. And so we'll probably start with our red, and we're going to go with a little bit darker. We're going to go with like a maroon here, and we'll start below his head so I can actually show you some of the shadowing that we're going to be doing. And so we'll treat each one of these little segments like it's its own piece. And so we'll start off here, and we'll throw in a little bit more of some saturation here, give it a little bit more color, and let's do that to about 3 or 4 pieces, just to kind of get an idea of how it's going to look. Okay, so I had finished with the red, and as you can see now, I'm going in with the green, and for right now, I'm working on this rear wing, which mostly is going to be shadow, so I'm just working on making it dark, and so I'm going to work on this. Okay, so we have the wings done. And so far, this is our dragon overall. He's definitely looking better, and I guess he does kind of look watercolored. Looks pretty neat. I like the textures in him and stuff. And so let's go ahead and start working on this yellow. I think that I think we're done. Okay guys, so we have the dragon all finished up. I printed out a nice little picture of him. I think that'll be cool to have on the wall or something. Probably not. But anyway, I hope you guys had fun with that. I know I sure had a whole lot of fun making him. And as always, be sure to subscribe. I'm going to leave a button somewhere on the screen for you to subscribe. I'm going to leave another one for you to check out my last video. And I'll have one more for you to check out a playlist of Let's Draws. And then there's going to be one last one to go check out my Patreon page if you want. Go check that out. Support me. There's little rewards, like you'll get sent drawings and stuff like that. And be sure to hit the like button if you liked the video. Hit the like button even if you didn't like the video. No, I'm just playing. But, so that's about it. We're going to wrap it up. And as always, go draw something.